As you can see behind me, I did go to see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and I want to share my thoughts on the movie. I saw it at 2 p.m. today, and today is May 22nd, which, if you're a lover of Mission Impossible, you'll know May 22nd, 1996 was when Mission Impossible, the first one, appeared in theaters or was released. So, I thought it would be really special if I could go see it today as a lover of Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise. So I was a little bit hesitant to go because it was a drive 50 minutes away, and with my health issues, that's kind of a lot for me. Long day. As you can tell, I'm pretty tired. But the 2 p.m. showing that I went to was a fan event, and I also got to see it in IMAX. So I thought it'd be really special and important if I went and and saw this movie at that time. I think, there may be some spoilers in this, but I'm not really going to give much away. It's not really a review, it's just my thoughts on the film. I want everyone to go see this movie themselves because it truly is fantastic. Honestly, I really believe that in my heart. I think it's amazing. I think people just need to see it for themselves. But I'll share some of my thoughts with you. This movie, like Top Gun Maverick, has a little bit of a balance of nostalgia and new. I think Top Gun Maverick has a lot more of the nostalgia and new balance, but some of these scenes that were in this film were of the previous movies in the franchise. So I thought that was really cool to see. I personally love when movies do that. I think, you made this franchise over 30 years. It's nice to show your work. It's nice to show what journey we've been through as fans. So I think this movie in particular really relies on trust, not just from the team, but we have the president, Erica Sloan, played by Angela Bassett, Admiral Neely, played by Hannah Waddingham. Uh, we have Captain Bledsoe, played by Trammell Tillman. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Apologize if I'm not. And so many others. So I think it's more than just the team in this one. There's so many characters, so many factors that go into this movie. I laughed, I cried, my jaw dropped, not just because Tom Cruise is in his underwear in a couple scenes. The enemy being the entity, I think it's so powerful, and it's taken control over everything, and we're kind of left off from Dead Reckoning, which we all assumed. I mean, this was supposed to be Dead Reckoning Part 2, but renamed The Final Reckoning, which, could tell us maybe this is it. I don't know. So, like Tom Cruise will say, go see the movie, don't want to give too much away. Every twist and turn we see, and I'm not talking about like just the car scenes, I think is truly a masterpiece. And I love that Christopher McQuarrie, the director, uses scenes from these past movies, and he didn't even direct those ones. I believe he only started directing after he directed Rogue Nation, and then the movies after that. So I think it's really interesting. They feature, something that ties into Mission Impossible 3 with the rabbit's foot, and I don't want to give too much away saying that. But I think it's really interesting to see a director using things from other films, and it shows the appreciation he has for the franchise, not just his own films that he's directed. So I think that says a lot about him himself. I rated his stunts in another video, and I put the plane stunt that he does in this one from the trailer as number one. And after seeing it, I totally, wholeheartedly believe it is number one as his stunt. I think that, seeing it from the trailer really doesn't do it justice. You can see him barely breathe, like having trouble breathing, and I know he talked about that in some of his interviews. So go see it and tell me I'm wrong that this is the number one stunt that he's done. Honestly, I think it's really cool to see, and I would never dream of doing anything like that. I think he is amazing at what he does. I would never take that away from him. I don't think anyone else should as well. Like I said, I was shocked, I was sad, I was happy, cried happy tears, sad tears. I don't think anyone can do it better than Tom and McQ, as Tom likes to call him. So I think they're a perfect pairing. I think this film really, really gave the franchise the ending it needed. I'm not sure if it's the end. My assumption, based on his interviews and it being called The Final Reckoning, maybe it is the end. Based on the film, I'm not so sure. I think that everyone that worked on this film put their all into it, and you can see from the film that that is true. I think this film is truly special, and I think people, if you like Mission Impossible, if you like Tom Cruise, go see this film. Those are my few thoughts that I have. I didn't want to give too much away. I think the underwater scene's really cool. I was about to go to the bathroom, which I have a tiny bladder. Don't come for me. I can't sit through a 2 hour, 46-minute movie. But I was about to go to the bathroom when he was going in the submarine underwater because I figure, okay, it's gonna be a while, right? It's gonna be a little bit boring. No, I sat through the whole freaking thing. He said a couple words during that whole sequence. It was probably 15 minutes long. And I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. So there was no boring parts to this film whatsoever. I thought it was perfectly done as the end of Mission Impossible. Yeah, I'm pretty tired right now, so my thoughts are all over the place. I apologize for that. But yeah, just go see the film. That's all I can say.